How do you rob Kislev of their power? Well, it starts with them not bringing too much cavalry in the first place, to be honest. But let's take a look at the rest of the builds here as we take a look at this replay from Ryder Rohan. He's got Techless up front and a bunch of spearmen, a bunch of archers, war lions, looks like the Fireborn, and some more dragon princes. Lothern Seaguard. Ooh, I see some bears flying in. You know what that means. Got Ostankia on the other side here. A couple of war lines to round things out. Yeah, things in the woods rather than cavalry, although we do still have one cavalry. I don't know actually if this is Vermin League. I'm unfamiliar. I haven't been keeping up with what the rulings have been in regards to Kislev cavalry, if there's any like bans or restrictions or anything, but this might just be a gentlemanly thing to do. We do have a couple of heavy war sleds, which are just going to be decent mobile AP shooting and melee, with some horse archers. Ostankia also in a kind of similar role to the heavy war sleds. And then, yeah, armored Kossars backed up by things in the woods. Don't see Kislev much these days because I just think people ban them in tournaments and everything else. So, yeah, whatever reason, don't get sent a lot of, well, those reasons, I should say, don't get sent a lot of replays. Because Kislev's so strong right now, people don't really enjoy playing against them, which I can definitely understand. But it does make me a little bit sad. I'm generally a human faction enjoyer. Although I'd rank Kislev maybe slightly below Bretonnia. Yeah, I'd probably rank like Empire, Bretonnia, Kislev, and then Cathay in terms of the human nations, the non-chaos human nations, I should specify. But yeah, both players just kind of playing very patiently right now. We do see a little bit of a fiery convocation going off in combination with the net. Absolutely nasty. Keep in mind also that, I don't know, it probably didn't go off in time, but Techless does have Kindle Flame. Nope, he didn't actually bring Kindle Flame. He can actually net and then cast Fiery Convocation to even buff the damage of it if he does have Kindle Flame. But yeah, over here on the side, we get these heavy war sleds in an engagement with the Winged Lancers backing them up. They're going to be... You hear those birds? Why do I hear birds? Anyway, is that Ostankia? Very strange. Curse of the Ancient Witch here. Interesting. Debuffing their armor significantly. Wow, down to only 50 armor for those Dragon Princes. That's pretty significant as they're getting shot. A lot of these units are AP, but those Horse Archers are not. They're probably getting some nice value shooting into the back of those Dragon Princes there. Meanwhile, we missed a frontline engagement that led to Things in the Woods getting absolutely destroyed. No surprises there. They are quite a squishy unit, but Stankia also continuing to launch some doom here at the High Elven lines. Although there are quite a bit of archers standing firm, and the Dragon Prince is also fighting back hard right now. But the War Sleds have been able to do quite a bit of damage to them with support. And it looks like, yeah, another... Well, that Curse of the Ancient Witch, is that still active, or is that another one? Looks like another one, yeah, just popped up there. So the War Sleds, Horse Archers all together should be able to shut them down. Question is, can they shut down the rest of these Elven Archers? Got Lothern Seaguard in here as well. The War Lions also going to charge in and help finish off those Kislevit Kossar Horse Archers. Or I guess, yeah, what are they called? Dervish Horse Archers? Dervishes are the main melee variant, right? Anyway, let's not get too caught up on nomenclature and see those Things in the Woods out there in open space getting shredded by archers. Got some Kossars also trying to do a little bit of skirmishing here. Armored Kossars in combat, doing okay. Got some Flock of Doom from Techless actually there on those Kislev cavalry, trying to finish them off, make sure they can't come back from rout. Stankia took a massive amount of damage there and is just running for her life also, getting chased by War Lions. Might actually get killed here, but let's see. Heavy War Sleds come in, they're going to get a nice rear charge. Try desperately to finish off those Fireborn. Yeah, I mean, the War Sleds definitely got their work cut out for them at this point. Not going to be easy for them to get back in this game here, but yeah, in fact, moving pretty swiftly towards Kislev victory, but let's see. Another little Flock of Doom there, trying to DPS some of these chariots, and amazingly, these Fireborn somehow still hanging on. Well, that guy just got blasted in the face by Dread Sleds. Yeah, Heavy War Sleds, very good units, not as good as they used to be. But here, I don't think they're actually going to fully pay for themselves, necessarily. I guess got pretty close. What are they, like 1,300? But, yeah, just when Kislev's cavalry is restricted or you don't bring a lot, I mean, I think Winged Lancers especially, what are they, limited to maybe one? Or I don't really know, to be honest. Are they banned outright? They really shouldn't be banned outright, in my opinion. I'm not the one making these sorts of rules, but yeah, in the tournaments I've hosted, they were not. But yeah, actually, in the finals I hosted recently of the South Sea Mercenary League, we had a discussion with one of the players about which bans were going to be implemented, and I decided to just pretty much go with the fruit rules, which don't put any super unusual restrictions on the Winged Lancers that I can remember off the top of my head right now. But anyway, yeah, Dragon Princes here absolutely dominate when they don't have to go up against cavalry that will outclass them for the cost, which Winged Lancers, or sorry, Griffin Legion definitely will. The Winged Lancers, maybe not so much, but nice to see some things in the woods, even if they're not particularly effective. They just struggle against High Elf Archers generally, and the armor and everything else of the Winged Lancers, and those Griffin Legions definitely helps. But I do like the Heavy War Sleds. I might even take them, you know, definitely option out the things in the woods. Maybe even just take more Horse Archers, honestly. That seemed to be pretty nice, kind of working in tandem together. And then trade the third one out maybe for a little bit more infantry. Hard to say, really. But I just not really a fan of things in the woods against the High Elves because of their squishiness. Especially against archers, like I said. But thinking about Kislev a little bit more here. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have a lot of things going for them. The Heavy War Sleds, 1350. Again, the Winged Lancers up to 1,000 now. Wow, that's not particularly cost-effective, but the Griffin Legions at 1250 are much better. And yeah, limited to 3 normally in regular multiplayer, so I don't know that I would necessarily, you know, depends on the sort of, if this is allowed in tournaments, and if there's a big prize on the line, and I really want to win. Honestly, I might start with something like this. That's a lot of spend. You're going to be super thin on other elements of your army. Like Ostankia probably is going to be too expensive to take. You might have to just go with a cheaped out Ice Witch and go super wide on everything else with something like this. But it's not a nice thing to do to someone, I'll admit. Like, I wouldn't do this to someone that I like and respect or in a friendly game. But again, if I was in like a real sweaty tournament scenario and it was allowed, that would definitely be what I'd go with, which is probably why you see Kislev banned and pick and ban formats always. But anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button. I'm going to be out of town when you guys are seeing this, but I've got a bunch of content pre-recorded, and actually probably should have talked about this at the beginning of the video. But I am starting to, when I do upload videos ahead of time, I'll release them to members only as soon as they're uploaded. So if you guys are not channel members and you want to join, be sure to do so. I'm actually going to be changing some stuff around on my Patreon, so if you are a patron, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way that I can also give you access to those videos early, or else maybe just give some other benefits through Patreon and have the YouTube channel be sort of separate benefits. I'm not really sure yet, maybe on that, but still trying to figure all that out. But at the very least, I figured, hey, why not set these videos for members that they can watch them early? So if you guys are not a member, be sure to consider supporting. Of course, not mandatory by any means. You'll see the videos regardless, but yeah, I do appreciate all the support, especially in these times. But thank you all so much for watching once again. We'll see you next time.